Hey, this is Sumner and I sell land on the internet. You can find me at thelandpioneer.com. What I'm going to do in this video is show you guys exactly how you can get involved in flipping land, and better yet, how you can do it without having to utilize all of your own capital. How you can go after bigger deals that you might not be able to afford just yet, and start realizing these bigger spreads. You see, when I first started in this business, tail end of 2019, I was limited by the budget that I had. I was also limited by the beliefs that I had, right? So I went after the classic desert square, the homogeneous lots out in Nevada, out in Arizona. I would buy them for $500, $1,000, and I would flip them for $2,400, $2,500, maybe $3,000. And I did dozens and dozens of those deals, and I built up a good nest egg in my first year in the business, but I never really had any of those big outlier deals where I would buy it for 20 and sell for 60, or buy for 50, sell for 100. And truthfully, it's because I wasn't marketing for those deals. And I think this is one of the biggest things that I see land investors, they kind of misstep here, right? They market based off of their own budget. And so they go after deals which they think they can afford because they're limited by the idea of saying, well, if I only have $20,000 or $5,000 in my checking account, well, I'm just limited to that, and that's all I can do. One of the biggest shifts that happened is when I realized, the man or the woman that has the deal has the gold, right? If you have a good enough deal, your neighbor is going to come knocking, Jeff Bezos is going to come knocking, and they're going to want to do that deal, right? You've got an asset that's under contract at 20, 30, 40 cents on the dollar. There's going to be people lining up to open up their checkbook and say, hey, I want to partner on this deal with you. And that was such a limiting belief for me. I just didn't even think that was possible. And so what ended up happening is I started telling people what I was doing. I'm like, hey, I'm buying these properties in Nevada. I'm buying these properties here on the east side of California, out in like San Bernardino County. And I'm like, look at the spread that I'm getting. And they're like, well, Sumner, that's really interesting. You probably don't need my $1,000. But if you find a deal that is, $10,000 or $20,000 and you can get a similar spread, I would love to partner up with you. And so what I ended up doing is I started marketing for those deals. I started going after bigger deals. And sure enough, those deals, like clockwork, a very small percent of the people that I marketed to sent purchase agreements back or called me up and said, hey, I want to sell. And so what ended up happening is I would go to those people that initially gave me some kind of verbal confirmation that they wanted to invest, and we would go and partner on those deals. And now here in 2021, that's how a good chunk of the deals that I do at the Land Pioneer, about a third of our deals are with people that we partner on, right? And so we send out anywhere between 5,000 and 8,000 offer letters a month. We get about a 0.5% conversion of people that actually come back to us and say, yes, I do want to sell my property. And truthfully, we simply just don't have the in-house capital to close that many deals, right? You're talking about closing 20 plus deals a month, and many of those deals are going to be $20,000 to $50,000 per contract. And so all of this to be said is, if you're just getting started in the land investing space, or maybe you haven't even sent your first mailer and you haven't started at all, but you've got this limiting belief of saying, well, I don't have the money to go buy the land. Maybe you can't even afford a $1,000 piece of land. Just know that if you can go and find the deal, there will always be people that want to partner with you. Always. There'll be no shortage. You could call me up and I'll probably want to partner with you. And so this has been, bar none, the biggest shift that's happened in my business. In fact, we actually just had a property go under contract today that we purchased for $24,000 with a partner, and we just partnered up on it. They covered the acquisition cost, the closing cost, we covered the marketing cost, and obviously we found the deal, but we cover the marketing cost in terms of listing the property, and we just went under contract on it for $55,000. So net, we'll split the net proceeds on that down the middle, 50-50. It's a great deal for a deal partner. It's a great deal for us because we had no money in the deal outside of the initial marketing cost and then the listing and the photos. So, in total, we're probably in it for a couple $100, and there's a $10,000+ profit there. just by leveraging someone else's capital to go get this deal done. So hope this video has been, if anything, just kind of a shift in your beliefs, just understanding that there will always be people out there that want to partner on deals. That, again, just having the mentality that the person with the deal has the gold, you have the leverage, and people will come and knock down your door to partner up on the deals with you. So hope this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, you could always drop a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.